you can recognize a devotee who avoids the association of non-devotees. So that's the way you recognize a devotee. A devotee avoids the association of non-devotees. What is it?
Asat Sangat.
I forget right now. So that is what we should do. We should avoid the association of non-devotees and just associate with devotees. But we can preach to non-devotees. We can give prasadam to non-devotees, and but we should not associate with non-devotees. Right? So, we have to become serious about that. Otherwise, we become contaminated easily by association of non-devotees. So that was Lord Chaitanya's. He said, "How do you recognize a devotee?" He says, because you recognize a devotee by the fact that he does not associate with non-devotees. Right? And you can preach to him, like I said, and so forth. So the association of devotees is very important, because that way we're inspired to chant our rounds. We talk about Krishna and his pastimes. We engage in devotional service. We have prasadam. We have festivals and so forth. So we have to become very, let's say, determined to avoid the association of devotees. Now the problem is we're sending our kids to school where they're associating with non-devotees all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Very dangerous thing. Very, very dangerous. Sending them to school is a mistake. They should be educated at home. And when they're home educated, they do much better, because most of what goes on in school is nonsense. They're hearing nonsense, they're talking nonsense. And the teachers also are talking nonsense. And nowadays, they purposely talk about gender fluidity, different types of things like, changing your sex. And the teachers will encourage sometimes students to change their sex without telling the parents. And it happens a lot now. And then you have these very strange groups that mutilate themselves, cut off their breasts, they mutilate themselves, or they get operations that look like a demon. It's going on, a lot now. So, it's very dangerous to put your kid in schools. And then the teachers support all that nonsense. The government supports that nonsense, right? Like in France, if you say something bad about the homosexual, you can get arrested. When I say bad, you speak badly about the homosexuals, the police can come to your house and arrest you. So you have to be very careful. And then now with all the pronouns, right? If you use the wrong pronoun, you're gonna lose your job. People get really angry. They give you their pronouns, and if you don't use the pronoun, they get upset. You can lose your job.
Yeah, sometimes job applications see many things.
Yeah.
We don't even know